Hoi An is one of the most beautiful destinations in Southeast Asia, and it's extremely popular with tourists, travelers and backpackers. But in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you must not do when you come to Hoi An, Vietnam. Now, number 1, you must not forget to download Grab Taxi. Grab is the Uber of Southeast Asia. You can use Grab to book motorbike taxis, car taxis. You can even order food using Grab as well. Now, the thing is with Grab, it's very safe. It's like Uber. You can see all the ratings of all the drivers that you use. And also it is very affordable out here in Hoi An too. Now, to give you a flavour of the pricing, I took a Grab taxi car from Da Nang city centre, where I was staying in Da Nang, to where I was staying in the city centre of Hoi An. About a 15-mile journey, as you can see, so about 24 kilometres. And you can see here that that journey was 329,680 Vietnamese dong, which in US dollars, it is about 13 US dollars today. So that is pretty good value for money for a 15-mile journey. So definitely make sure that you do download and use the Grab app in Hoi An. Now then, moving on to the second thing that you must not do when you visit Hoi An, you must not forget to get out Vietnamese dong in cash. See, the thing is that everywhere in Hoi An will accept cash, but not everywhere will accept card. And especially if you're going to street food vendors, they will not accept card. You're going to need to use cash. So either make sure that you have Vietnamese dong ready on you before you take your trip at a currency exchange in your home country, or you can go to banks and ATMs when you arrive at Vietnam. You will have to pay a flat fee when you use an ATM when you do get to Vietnam. So if you can get some Vietnamese dong on you before you go to Vietnam, I would recommend that. Or maybe if you go to a currency exchange in Vietnam, that's a good idea too, because the ATMs do charge a fee. It's not a big fee for Western standards, but they do charge a fee. So now moving on to the third thing that you must not do when you visit Hoi An, and that is that you must not forget to be firm but fair with the street hustlers. Now, I must say that the street hustling in Hoi An is nowhere near as bad as Ho Chi Minh City. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because I'm going to do a video very soon on Ho Chi Minh City. But just for Hoi An, most people are really friendly, and that includes the street hustlers, but you will be asked by people who work at market stalls to come into their stall. Throughout Vietnam, you'll notice lots of motorbike taxi drivers will hustle with you and try and get you to take a motorbike taxi ride with them. But to be honest with you, most of the hustlers there, whether it be the taxi drivers, the street food vendors, most people are really friendly, have a smile on their face. So be fair with them, but be firm. If you tell them no, they should leave you alone. Now, the fourth thing that you must not do when you come to Hoi An is you must not forget to try the local Vietnamese cuisine. The food out there is very tasty, and you probably would have heard of pho, or pho as they pronounce it in Vietnam. Definitely try some pho when you're there. The crispy fried spring rolls are really good as well. I like those. Now, this dish here is called Khao Lao, and I had this in Hoi An. This is actually one of my favorite dishes that I had when I was in Vietnam. I had this at a place called Phin Cafe, or Pin Cafe. I really recommend that. Now, probably my favorite dish in Vietnam to try is something called bok ho. It's very, very similar to a British or an Irish stew or a beef casserole. It's extremely tasty. It's extremely hearty. The only difference is that it has noodles in it. It is really, really good. Highly recommend it. It's more a speciality in the south of Vietnam, but you can get it throughout the entire country. Also, don't forget to have a banh mi, which is basically a French baguette, and you can get lots and lots of different fillings inside it. I highly recommend that you go to a place called Banh Mi Puong when you are in Hoi An. And also, Hoi An and the rest of Vietnam has a fantastic cafe and coffee culture. Make sure you try the special egg coffee when you are in Vietnam. And also, I really like the iced coconut coffee as well. That's another coffee that I recommend. Definitely make sure you try the local food when you are in Hoi An. Now, that kind of does link on to my fifth thing that you must not do when you visit Hoi An. And actually, this point applies to the rest of Vietnam as well. You must not forget to remember that you're probably going to end up with problems with your stomach and backside if you're eating lots of the local food. If you are a Westerner and if you are trying all the local food, you'll find that you'll probably need to use the loo more than what you would back at home, and you'll probably find that your waist is a bit more runny than usual. When you are out and about during the day, maybe bring some wipes with you or some toilet paper with you, just in case you do need to use a public loo and in case it is a little bit runny. I'm not gonna lie, I have been battling with some of these issues myself in my trip to Vietnam, so do be aware, do be prepared in case you do get stomach cramps and stomach issues. Now, if the worst were to happen and if you did get very, very ill, make sure you have some insurance, some travel insurance. So go down below in the description and the comment section as well. You'll see a link to where you can get some travel insurance. The website is really easy to use. They have some really affordable plans. I highly recommend Safety Wing. That's the website. So go down, use the link below to get yourself some travel insurance. I also highly recommend getting a VPN as well when you are in Vietnam. Some Wi-Fi networks are a little bit dodgy, and a VPN protects your device from dodgy Wi-Fi networks. So make sure, again, you use the link below and you get yourself a VPN today using my link. Now, if you have been to Hoi An before, do let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed your trip to Hoi An. Would you recommend it? And also drop a comment as well if you have any other tips for travelers and tourists coming to Hoi An. Let me know some of your tips that you recommend tourists to bear in mind before they come and visit. I would say that Hoi An is a very nice place to come and check out for a day or two. I don't think you need to spend more than 2 days in the city itself. The old town is quite small, and actually you'll probably find it's cheaper to stay in Da Nang, and there's actually probably more things to do nearby Da Nang compared with Hoi An. So I'd recommend maybe 2 days in Hoi An and maybe 4 days for Da Nang. But I do hope that you have found today's video useful and interesting. If you have, remember to click the like button. Hit the notification bell too so that you get notified for my latest videos, and also click subscribe for more travel content. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next video.